if you're thinking about buying a vacation home here on the Texas coast, Port Aransas and Galveston both offer great opportunities, but they are completely different markets. Whether you're looking for a laid-back beach town with a strong short-term rental potential or a larger coastal city with year-round tourism, knowing these key differences between the two can help you decide which is the better fit. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, I'm Lezli Milner. I'm a local real estate agent here in Corpus Christi, Texas, and I make videos all about the coastal Bend's lifestyle, the attractions here, and of course, talk about the real estate market. Today, I'm going to be comparing Port Aransas and Galveston, and I'm going to be breaking down everything from the location and the accessibility to the types of beaches, the fishing spots, vacation home opportunities, and even the nightlife and dining, so that way you know exactly which one matches your travel style or your investment goals. So if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button below and give this video a like, as it helps my channel grow and it reaches more people looking for Texas coastal insights. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Which beach town do you prefer, Port Aransas or Galveston? Now, before we get into things like the beaches and the real estate markets and the attractions, I want to start with the location, because depending on where you're coming from, one of these towns might be a whole lot easier to get to. Let's start with Port Aransas, also known as Port A, which is located on Mustang Island, and you can get to it by ferry access coming from Aransas Pass and the surrounding areas. And you can also access Port Aransas from the highway coming from Corpus, which is about a 40 to 45 minute drive. Now, Corpus is a bigger city, giving you everything you will need, but Corpus may not have everything you want. So just know the closest major city to Port Aransas is San Antonio, which is about 2.5 to 3 hours away, depending on the time of day that you travel. Galveston is an island city as well, with direct access from Interstate 45, making it an easy drive from Houston. And Galveston's about an hour away from Houston, which makes it a convenient getaway for people in the area or for those flying into the area. For those traveling by air, the closest airport to Port Aransas is the Corpus Christi International Airport, and since it is a smaller airport, most flights coming in and leaving Corpus will have a layover in Houston. So if you are flying into the area, just know it's going to be about a 50-minute drive from the airport to Port Aransas. However, Galveston does have access to both of Houston's major airports, Hobby and George Bush. Now, depending on Houston traffic, it is routed to take about 50 minutes to an hour to get from either airport to Galveston. Just keep in mind that both towns are going to be busier during holiday weekends and the summer months. Now, Port Aransas also sees a surge of visitors during spring break, which lasts the entire month of March, since a lot of different schools have different schedules. This is going to bring a mix of college students and families looking for a beach getaway. So if you are visiting during March, just expect heavier traffic, a party scene, packed beaches, and just longer wait times. Now, aside from spring break, Port Aransas also has a couple of annual events that bring in large crowds throughout the year. And one of the biggest events is Texas Sand Fest, which is a massive sand sculpture competition that draws visitors from all over the place. You also have popular events like Beachtoberfest and fishing tournaments that keep the town busy during the different seasons. And Galveston sees a steady flow of tourists year-round thanks to its cruise port, popular attractions, and events that go on. The city draws visitors for the beaches, their festivals, and the hotspots like Pleasure Pier, Moody Gardens, and the Strand Historic District. And during peak seasons, especially in the summertime, crowds will increase even more as people come to enjoy the beach, the nightlife, and the entertainment scene. The beaches in Port Aransas and Galveston both offer a great coastal experience, but they each have their own unique vibe. Whether you're looking for a laid-back beach town where you can fish and relax, or a more developed waterfront that has attractions and entertainment, these two spots offer something completely different. And Port Aransas has more of a relaxed, small-town feel, and one of the biggest perks is that you can just drive right onto the beach. Whether you're setting up for the day or you're just cruising along the shore, having that flexibility is a huge plus. And on top of that, golf carts are everywhere, not just for the beach, but also for getting around town, which really adds to that coastal charm. And if you're into outdoor activities, then Port A is a great spot for fishing, surfing, kiteboarding, and bird watching. It's the kind of place where people come to enjoy the water without the crowds of a big tourist hub. Fishing is huge in Port Aransas, and if that's something that you enjoy, there are plenty of options for you. You have Fisherman's Wharf, which is a popular spot where you can book some offshore fishing trips, some dolphin watching tours, bay fishing excursions, or even tuna fishing trips for those who want to spend a full day out on the water. If you're looking for something a little more relaxed and laid back, there are some local fishing guides that will take you around the bays for an easier day on the water. And if you prefer staying on land, you can fish inshore, or you can even find some shark fishing guides right off the beach. There are also plenty of places to fish on your own. You have the South Jetty, which is a well-known fishing spot in Port Aransas, extending into the Gulf and offering a great place to catch some redfish, some trout, and even some sharks. It's also a nice spot for watching dolphins swim through the channel. And if you're looking for a pier, you have the Caldwell Pier, which is a great option, stretching into the Gulf and is open to both casual and experienced anglers. Now, whether you're fishing from the jetties, the piers, or taking a charter boat out, Port Aransas is one of the best fishing destinations in Texas. Galveston, on the other hand, has a more developed beachfront with a boardwalk feel. Unlike Port Aransas, where everything is more open and natural, Galveston has attractions built right on the beach, like Pleasure Pier, which has rides, games, and restaurants, which is perfect if you're looking for more entertainment alongside your beach trip. Now, you can't drive on most of the beaches in Galveston like you can in Port Aransas, but there are a few areas where it's allowed. If you want to park directly on the sand, the best place is Beach Access Point 35, which is west of the Blue Water Tower. East of that, you're going to find wide open beach access for parking all the way up to Beach Access Point 35. Fishing is also a big part of Galveston's coastal lifestyle, and there's plenty of fishing charters offering both bay and offshore trips. Some offshore trips last all day, while others may only be a few hours, where you can catch some red snapper, mackerel, dorado, or even sharks. And for serious anglers, there's even an overnight tuna trip that lasts 36 hours or more. But if you prefer fishing from the shore, there are a few key spots that you should know about. Along the seawall, fishing is not allowed since it is designated as a swimming area, but the South Jetty at East Beach is a great place to cast a line. There's also two paid piers at 61st Street and 91st Street where you can rent tackle, buy bait, or even grab a bite to eat on the patio. And west of the seawall, you're gonna find about 20 miles of mostly unregulated beach where fishing is allowed in a lot of the areas. Just make sure to check for signs and be aware of your surroundings in Galveston if you're fishing. So when it comes to beaches and the water activities, I would say Port Aransas offers a more laid-back, natural setting where you can drive on the beach, fish, or just enjoy the peaceful coastal vibe. Galveston, on the other hand, has more developed and lively beach scene with more attractions, entertainment, and a bigger variety of things to do. So it really just comes down to what kind of beach experience are you looking for. If you're thinking about more than just visiting and you're considering buying a vacation home or even moving to the coast full time, both Port Aransas and Galveston have great real estate opportunities. Whether you're looking for a beachfront getaway, an investment property, or a full-time home by the water, each of these coastal towns offers something unique, and Port Aransas has a strong short-term rental market, with many of the homes being used as vacation rentals. There's also a mix of beachfront homes, condos, townhomes, and single-family houses that you're going to see, along with a growing number of new developments. And as of February 2025, the average home price in Port A is sitting around $577,500, which is slightly down from the recent months when average home prices were in the $600,000 to $700,000 range. But even with 19 months of inventory in Port Aransas, houses are still selling, particularly in the $500,000 to $749,000 range and $1 million plus price points, which continue to make up the majority of sales month over month. Now, for buyers, this means that there are plenty of options and more room to negotiate, especially with higher inventory levels. Homes are currently spending an average of 134 days on the market, which makes Port Aransas a less competitive market compared to some other coastal areas. Now, if you are looking for a beach property, whether for personal use or a rental investment, now is a great time to take advantage of the available inventory and find a home that fits your goals. As I mentioned, Port Aransas is growing with many new developments. Buyers have more options than ever. Whether you're looking for a luxury beachfront home, a cottage-style community, or a low-maintenance condo, there's gonna be something for everyone. And one of the biggest developments in Port Aransas is Milner Beach Resort and Golf Community, and this master plan neighborhood offers luxury homes, condos, and townhomes. Plus, you're going to have a golf course, resort-style pools, and a beach club. And right now, they're adding about 120 new lots for single-family homes, which will bring even more options to the market. And another well-known community that's expanding here is Cinnamon Shore. It's designed with walkability in mind, with parks and green spaces and direct beachfront access. The newest phase, Cinnamon Shore South, has already completed around 125 homes, with another 80 under construction. This is a very popular spot for vacation rentals, but it's also a great spot for second home buyers looking for a beachside getaway. Another growing community is going to be the Sunflower Beach Resort and Residence, which features a mix of homes, condos, and cottages, all with a coastal-inspired design. It includes a private beach club, resort-style pools, and easy beach access. For buyers looking for a more affordable option while still being close to the beach, Spoonbill Bay is a new community set on 35 acres featuring about 205 cottage-style homes starting around $500,000. Now, this development is ideal for those who want that relaxed coastal lifestyle without the price tag of some of the larger master plan communities. Now, Port Aransas is also seeing more condo developments like the Aransas Club condominiums, which is a newer project featuring 26 units. What makes this one unique, though, is that each unit comes with its own private boat slip, along with access to a waterfront pool and spa overlooking the harbor. Now, this is a great option for buyers who want lower maintenance living with the confidence of direct water access. Now, with all of these new developments happening, Port Aransas continues to attract buyers looking for vacation homes, investment properties, and full-time coastal living. And whether you're looking for something high-end or more budget-friendly, there are plenty of options to choose from. Galveston, on the other hand, it has a larger real estate market overall, and with a mix of historic homes, beachfront properties, and higher number of short-term rentals compared to Port Aransas, the median listing home price in Galveston as of February 2025 is around $432,300. Now, with the median home sold price being $354,400, homes in Galveston are selling about 3% below asking price. And the average time on market is about 80 days, which is a little bit shorter than Port Aransas. But like Port A, Galveston is also in a buyer's market, meaning those looking for a vacation home or an investment property have more options and negotiating power right now. Because Galveston is a bigger city with more year-round tourism, it naturally attracts more investors looking for rental income opportunities. It also is much closer to Houston, making it easier getaway for people from the city. Now, the variety of attractions from Pleasure Pier and Moody Gardens to the Strand Historic District keeps tourism steady throughout the year, which is great for short-term rentals. And on top of that, Galveston is a major cruise port, bringing in even more visitors who often extend their trips before or after their cruise. Galveston has also seen a lot of new developments happening. You have the Tiara on the Beach, which is a new luxury condo project with 63 upscale residents, which is set to be the first new high-rise condo development in Galveston in over 15 years, and offers modern designs and stunning golf views. And another big project happening in Galveston is the Rosette Beach, which is set to be a high-end coastal community with around 160 home sites, including 22 beachfront lots. And then there's the West Galveston mixed-use development, which is a $250 million project that's going to bring a mix of hotels and condos and apartment and even retail spaces. Now, with all of these developments, Galveston is continuing to grow, offering buyers more opportunities in both residential and investment properties. So whether you are looking for a relaxed beach town with a strong rental potential like Port Aransas, or a larger, more developed coastal city like Galveston, both markets have a lot to offer. It really just depends on what kind of property and lifestyle that you're looking for. So if you are thinking about investing in either of these areas, be sure to reach out to me and I'd be happy to help you out. When it comes to activities to enjoy, Port Aransas and Galveston offer totally different experiences, whether you're looking for a relaxed beach town with outdoor activities or a place packed with attractions and entertainment. Each one has its own vibe. Port Aransas is about being outside. Fishing is huge here, like I mentioned, whether you're booking a deep sea charter, casting a line from the jetties, or surf fishing right off the beach. There are also many nature preserves where you can go bird watching or take a walk along the boardwalks to see dolphins and sea turtles. And if you're into big events, Port A has the Texas Sand Fest, which brings in artists to create massive sand sculptures. You also have the Whooping Crane Festival, where bird watchers will come from all over to see these rare birds migrate here. Another great event for the locals that is really starting to blow up is the sea turtle releases. This can draw a huge crowd and have miles of parked cars along the beach. The shopping here is a little more small town and beachy. You have local boutiques, surf shops, and little gift stores where you can find coastal decorations and souvenirs. It's definitely more of a laid-back, go at your own pace kind of place. But if you're looking for bigger attractions around Port Aransas, you have Corpus, which is about an hour, and that's where you can check out some of the bigger attractions like the USS Lexington and the Texas State Aquarium and other major spots people like to visit when in town. So while Port Aransas itself has a more relaxed feel, you still have easy access to some larger attractions if you want to make a short day trip out of it. Galveston, however, has a lot more attractions than entertainment. You got Pleasure Pier, which is right on the beach with rides and carnival style games. You have the Moody Gardens, where you can check out the aquarium, the rainforest exhibit, and even the 3D theater. The Strand Historic District is a great spot for shopping, restaurants, and museums. There's also a bigger nightlife scene with bars and live music and events happening year-round that bring in people. Galveston just has a lot more going on and it feels like a tourist destination. So it really just depends on, like I said, the kind of experience that you're looking for. If you want a more relaxed beach town with fishing, nature, and small local shops, then Port Aransas might be the way to go. But if you're looking for a busier spot with more entertainment and attractions, then Galveston does have a lot to offer in that sense. No matter where you go on the Texas coast, seafood is a huge part of the dining scene, but when it comes to restaurants and nightlife, Port Aransas and Galveston, I would say, offer two different experiences. Port Aransas has a laid-back coastal feel, but that doesn't mean it lacks great food and nightlife. While there's plenty of local seafood spots that serve fresh fish and shrimp and oysters, you're also going to find burger joints and taco spots and barbecue and just classic comfort food. Now, most restaurants here will have a casual beach town atmosphere, whether you're sitting on the patio by the water or just stopping by a small cafe. And if you're looking for waterfront dining, there are plenty of options where you can watch the boats come in while you eat. Now, when it comes to the nightlife in Port Aransas, there are plenty of places to grab a drink and enjoy the evening. There's a mix of local bars, rooftop spots, and live music venues, making it easy to find somewhere to relax with a drink or enjoy live entertainment. While it's not a big nightclub scene in Port Aransas, there are still plenty of great places to go out, listen to live music, and just enjoy a fun night without the crowds of a bigger city. Galveston, on the other hand, has a larger and more diverse dining scene. Seafood is still a big part of it, but you will also find steakhouses and barbecue, Italian, and plenty of other options, whether you want fine dining, a casual cafe, or a well-known chain restaurant. There's going to be something for everyone. Even though Galveston has more upscale dining options, it's still a coastal town, so you don't have to dress up as much. Most places keep things pretty casual and relaxed. When it comes to the nightlife in Galveston, it has more of a variety than Port Aransas. There's bars, nightclubs, rooftop lounges, and live music venues. So if you are looking for a night out with a little bit more energy and more to do, Galveston has more options. But if you prefer that laid-back beach town where you can just grab a drink and listen to some live music and hang out on a rooftop bar, then Port Aransas still offers a great mix of spots to enjoy the evening. Since both Port Aransas and Galveston are right on the Texas coast, weather is something to consider, and I'm sure you're curious about it, especially during hurricane season. Now, summers in both towns are going to be hot and humid with plenty of sunshine and warm water temperatures, making them great for beach days. But being on the coast also means hurricane season is a factor, and hurricane season runs from June through November, and while major storms don't hit here every year, both areas are vulnerable to heavy rain, the strong winds, and storm surge when a hurricane does come through. Now, even if a storm isn't expected to directly hit, just having one in the Gulf of America can still bring in the higher tides, the rough surf, and rainy conditions to the area. But both towns have been impacted by hurricanes in the past. Port A took a direct hit from Hurricane Harvey back in 2017, which caused some serious damage. Galveston has had a long history with hurricanes, including the 1900 hurricane. You also have Hurricane Ike in 2008, which caused some major flooding and damage along the coast. And just know that Galveston does have a seawall to help protect against storm surge, while Port Aransas has more elevated homes and newer construction designed with hurricanes in mind. If you're considering buying property in either area, insurance is something to look into. Since both towns are in coastal flood zones, most homeowners will need separate windstorm and flood insurance policies. Just know that insurance costs can vary depending on the location and the elevation of the property. Also, you're going to see that some of the newer homes are actually getting built with hurricane-resistant materials, impact windows, or even elevated foundations to help with storm protection. And the good news is that the cities along the coast are well prepared for the storms. And if a hurricane is heading this way, there's usually plenty of notice to take precautions or to evacuate if needed. Outside of hurricane season, I would say the weather is pretty mild, with winters staying warm enough to enjoy the beach, and spring and fall offering some of the best weather of the year. So while hurricanes are something to be aware of, they are just part of living on the coast. And as long as you're prepared and stay informed during storm season, it's not something that should scare you away from enjoying everything that these beach towns have to offer. At the end of the day, it really comes down to what you're looking for. If you want a quieter beach town with natural beaches and great fishing, Port Aransas is a great choice for you. But if you're looking for more attractions, a bigger entertainment scene, and just a livelier coastal vibe, then Galveston might be the better fit for you. If you're thinking about buying a vacation home or investing in either of these areas, I'd love to help you out. So reach out to me with any questions, whether it's about the market, the short-term rentals, or finding the right property for your needs. My contact information is in the description below. You can always give me a call or text me directly. Also, let me know in the comments which beach town you prefer and why. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.